Hello guys, this is Pat from Pat back at it again, and today we are here with another spicy idea. To keep things spicy, we are with, as you may have seen from the thumbnail, gimmick puppets engine, if we can call it like, and DYSON sphere, really nice combo. Of course, guys, I'm just trying to bring the more ideas I can come up with to because I did not spend my gems into the latest box. We're waiting for the New Year's box. It will be out in a week, I guess. So guys, before jumping right into it, guys, just a quick reminder, if you enjoy the content, please leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it and it really helps me a lot. Let's jump right into it. I'm here with Jesse, but you do not really need Jesse. You just need a draw sense light. For all who do not remember what it does, it's pretty easy. Every time you lose 1500 life points during your draw phase, you can draw a random light attribute monster. So you can use any character that does have this skill. And why do we do this? Because we want to draw the only light monster in the deck that is Arcjet Lightcraft. So this is actually our Xyz machine, and the combo actually comes out from the fact that Condolence Puppet, when it's in the grave, can be banished to target one machine type Xyz monster and make him indestructible by cut effects. And because this not specifies that the Xyz monster has to be a gimmick puppet, you can just go into DYSON sphere. So we can summon the guy, and this guy is pretty strong. Why? Because he basically cannot be destroyed by battle. I do not know if all of you remember this. I already made a video with this guy as soon as he came out. And he has 2800 attack and 3k defense, so it's very good start actually. During your main phase, you can actually detach one. If your opponent has a monster, at least one monster with higher attack than this, you can detach one and this card can attack directly, so it's pretty nice. And the good thing is that this cannot be destroyed by battle. You know why? Because when your opponent's attack during the battle step, you can simply negate as long as you have materials. So you're about to say, then if he does not have material, what does happen? So if he does not have materials and is targeted for an attack, you can target two monsters and attach those as material. Now, in that turn, because of the fact that the battle step comes after the attack declaration of the target, you basically cannot be destroyed by battle, because if he has no materials and your opponent's attacks, first comes the effect in play when you take materials from the grave, and then it comes the battle step and you can negate the attack. So you're chilling. You can do it once per battle step, not per turn, so you can do every battle step and you can negate any attack. So your opponent does need to actually, and this basically becomes a Bloom Diva, okay? Because your opponent cannot attack it, and with Condolence Puppet cannot be destroyed by card effects. So it's basically a Bloom Diva, and can attack directly as long as your opponent has a monster with higher attack. So it's pretty nice, honestly. So the only monster we have is a Lightcraft to summon him, but thanks to the Oasis of Dragon Souls, it actually became a 5, because you can summon the Lightcraft from the grave, and the effect comes in play even if this guy is special summoned, so you're actually chilling, because even if you use Oasis of Dragon Soul, when he's summoned, he can he can special summon a machine monster from the grave and make it level 9, so you can go again into your rank 9. And honestly, if I would have had a third DYSON sphere, I would have put this here, but I can't. I do not have it. So if you have it, definitely play 3. And a really cool thing is that if you use your Oasis of Dragon Souls to summon this guy back, you're still chilling, because once your opponent target him for attack, he can recycle his materials, so he can get materials from the grave, so you can also summon your guy with the Oasis of Dragon Souls. But keep in mind, if you do that, you cannot use your Condolence Puppet on it, because it becomes a worm type. Then we actually got triple Biscuit Doll, double Druid Doll, double Magnet Doll, only just, to make number and just to help some puppet summon, but that's it. And also because of course you want to have a condolence puppet, a target for your condolence puppet. And also this guy useful because you're basically gonna use adventurer until you get your lightcraft or your kite root, so that you control your life points to trigger your draw sense light. And what else we've got? I think anything else. I mean, you can still go into your XC summon. Keep in mind, guys, that if you use your Lightcraft effect, you do not want to bring out your Dreedy Doll, because Dreedy Doll, even if it has its effect negated, it still cannot be used for the XC summon except of a Gimmick puppet. So if you use Lightcraft's effect to bring out the Dreedy Doll, you won't be able to summon the Dyson Sphere. Keep in mind that. And then among the other XCs, we've got the Senna from the Sky Prison, the Overlord, the Gimmick Puppet, the Strings. Actually, I've got the Malevolent Scene, but I do not know. Maybe it was before because I made some tests. So actually, the Malevolent Scene is not a good choice. And among the level 8, you can. I think we can just put, for example, another of this. Or we can actually put in the Zombie Stein, right? Zombie Stein. There you go. So this is better. And guys, that was all for the explanation. So you have some question, of course, don't be afraid to ask, and don't miss the replays because they're really funny, of course, with people not reading the Dyson Sphere and scooping after realizing its effect. We can jump right into the replays. Here we go, my boys. First duel against Yummy. Let's see what we've got. We've got Thunder Dragons. Of course, we got Thunder Dragons. So it's got the Roar to summon the Thunder Dragon, the light one, and then the Batteryman Solar to mill something to the graveyard that was the Dragon Dog. Then he's got the Dragon Dog from his end to summon the Dragon Roar, so he's got a couple of monsters. Let's see. We've got the combo. As you can see, the combo is pretty easy. You've got Condolence Puppet to begin with, so that you have a monster in the grave, a machine monster. So you do want to send any monster except the Dreedy Doll that cannot be used for your XC summon with Lightcraft. Keep in mind that. So then normal summon the Lightcraft without tributing for its own effect, and then boom, you have your first turn Dyson Sphere to attack directly. So also the combo with the Condolence Puppet, and these cannot be destroyed by battle. So now we just need him to summon a monster with attack higher than 2800 and we're done. But keep in mind that this duel, actually, little spoiler, I'm gonna lose because I misplayed so badly. Look at that. He started with the Pendulum Dragon, the advanced Pendulum, the Odd Eyes Advanced Dragon, but he couldn't pop it because thanks to Condolence Puppet, this cannot be destroyed by card effect. That's it. And then he's got to attack, but of course I can negate that, so you can just, stop the attack right there. Then I used the effect because, this has higher attack. I went for lethal, but he's got the Sphere Kuribo to save him, so it was lucky right there. The Dragon Hawk to summon the Dragon Dog, then another effect of Advanced Dragon once again, but of course he still cannot pop it, so there is no point in doing that. And here comes the good play right there. He summoned the Overlord and used the effect and tributed himself. You know why? Because he didn't want it to have a monster with attack higher than 2800, so that was a smart play. So he managed to pop the back row, but not of course the Dyson Sphere, and then he summoned this guy that is the same attack, but actually it's not higher, so I cannot attack directly. And then I couldn't activate nothing from my hand to make it trigger and make it becoming 3100, so I had to wait at this point. As you can see, he's starting to add stuff, but I don't know if he has something to out me. I mean, the only thing maybe it's to summon the Ptolemy level 6, then he decided to attack, but of course I can negate it, so there's no point in doing that. Then I make this mistake. You know why? I should have waited for the Kydroid, for a Kydroid in my hands, but I actually didn't, so I decided to go in and, pop that, because next turn I could just summon another Lightcraft and summon another Dyson Sphere. But I made this mistake. Now he's got the Melody, so he was lucky also for that, and At this point, after this misplay, you can just go on, pop everything with Legionnaire, then use the effect of Dragon Dog to add the Roar. Roar will actually add the Dragon Duo back to his hand, so he's got Duo plus the Thunder Dragon, he's got lethal, I've got nothing, so I should have just waited for that. It was such a misplay for me, but as you can see right here, guys, he literally had no out except the Barthélemy, so it was kind of fun duel to watch, and that's why I decided to show it. There you go. Second duel, my boys, against Trey. Let's see what we've got. It's us to begin. As you can see, we've got the first advanced draw with the special summon of a Biscuit Doll that can be special summoned by discarding a Gimmick Puppet monster. So double draw, then effect of Druid Doll to summon itself from the grave to use advanced draw once again. But we were unlucky right here because we didn't draw into the Lightcraft, unfortunately, so we just had to end the turn without nothing, hoping he has no lethal damage, and he has not. He just has the Doom Caliber Knight, and that's fine, but he triggered the Draw Sense, so now we got the Lightcraft. Then pretty dull effect, I use it actually on purpose because I wanted to trigger the Doom Caliber Knight. So he negates that, then Condolence Puppet to send a monster that can be special summoned with the Lightcraft that can be actually used for the Xyz summon of DYSON Sphere. And there you go, but he's got Book of Moon. At this point, because I didn't want to, you know, him to inflict lethal damage to me through the Lightcraft, I decided to tribute him to use Advanced Draw and draw a couple of cards. Then he's got a monster, he can attack with that, and he decided to activate the effect. I don't know why, honestly. But now, here comes the spice. We can use Condolence Puppet once again, but we can use the Oasis of Dragon Soul to resummon the Lightcraft, then summon the Magnet Doll, sorry, and there you go, DYSON Sphere is finally here, using the Condolence Puppet to make undestructible by card effects, and now we're chilling. But look at that, he's got the Santa Claus, and exactly the right card he needed to get rid of my DYSON Sphere. That's fine, another Doom Caliber in the end phase. I decided to activate the effect so to trigger his Knight, so both with no monster at all. And but unluckily for him, I did go into another Lightcraft, so I can just summon my guy once again, as you can see, really easily, and that's how you do it for lethal, my boys. There you go. Third duel against Sartorius, and usually when we got Sartorius, we've got the Noble Knights, like, so it should be that. So we've got the boards to begin with, as predicted, then Caliber, and of course he started to mill stuff, and adding one of those cards to his hand at random, so there you go. Then he's got the Queen from his hand, and he's got a pretty nice turn one. I've got my Condolence Puppet to begin with, and decided to use the card to the until the Noble Arms are needed once again to draw an extra card. It's got the Merlin, so we've got to send the Magnet Doll, and then the effect of Biscuit Doll to have a monster on the field and use it, you know, to with advanced draw. Then Druid Doll to have it some a sort of defense, but we still got the Kydroid. So we should be chilling at this point. He's got the Caliber, and then he activated Feudutier, and because this can only target set card, when he activates that, I decided to chain my Oasis of Dragon Souls, not to lose my trap and my summon actually. And so he's got the Artorigus coming, and he can recycle the spell cards from the grave. Then Caliburn again to gain some life points, then popping that, the monster, then Merlin to summon the Draw. And look at this was a little bit strange because he let me see this. So he actually could activate Merlin, both the effect in the same turn, but this is clearly, but here is clearly said that he can only use each effect once per turn, only one effect per turn. Okay, so never mind, I was wrong. So actually during the duel I was pissed, like why can he activate both the effects, because he actually can. So he started to go all in, as you can see, but Kairos says no thank you. Then this damage, Kairos says no thank you, but he's got these first 1700 damage, then Merlin's effect, but he's got no lethal unfortunately, so no lethal for him. And I'm chilling because now I can trigger my card, my skill, sorry, to go into Draw Sense Light. Lightcraft is here and is top tier. So we've got the Biscuit Doll recycled and Dyson Sphere, he's here. But of course we can use the effect to make it undestructible thanks to Condolence Puppet, so we are safe from the effect of Artorigus, but I decided not to attack because I do not want him to be able to go into a Castanin that can make monster come back to hand. So that's why I didn't attack, so I waited, and he's got the Caliburns effect again, then he used the effect to pop his own back row, then he made the mistake right here. He used the Glory of Noble Knights to go into Galadin and he decided to attack, but I can just negate that. The difference though now is that he has a monster with higher attack than me, so I can attack directly. So here goes the effect, first 2800 right into the face. Again, Caliburn to recover some life points. He's got the boards then, attacking again, but Dyson can just negate that. Then we got another Condolence Puppet, and he just scooped because he couldn't do nothing. I can just keep on attacking directly, and that's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Here we go, my boys, last but not least against Cyberstyle. If I'm not wrong, here is where I made another misplay, if I'm not wrong. Let's see. So we've got the Biscuit Doll, as you can see, a pretty breaky hand that I managed to come out with a number 68, the Sky Prison, so that he cannot special summon from the grave and he cannot use the effect of Nashter. So we've got, I said to use the effect once again, and I said to attack, so he can still not summon stuff from the grave. He's got Cyber Repair Plan to add the Dragon Core. Also, he cannot be destroyed by card effects, keep in mind that. So he's got the Core to add the Cyber Emergency to his hand, and then he's got the Machine Duplication to summon a couple of Cyber Dragons from his deck. Pretty nice combo. Cyberstyle Evolution to make it level 5, and then he's got Overload Fusion to go directly into a Chimetic Rampage Dragon to pop my back row, that's fine. He's got then the effect to mill his deck, then instead of Nova he decided to go into the King, into, what's the name? Dvorzak, the King of Heavy Industry. So he used the effect to mill, but this cannot be destroyed by card effect for his own effect. So we're chilling, and he's got the Cyber Emergency right now to summon the Naxx, but he can still not summon stuff from the grave, keep in mind that. So he decided to attack, and that's fine. Now we draw into a Kydroid, actually the best draw we could have had, but I think we have another Kydroid here. No, we don't. So Industry again to mill my deck. Also now he milled the Kydroid. He attacked, but I let this attack go through because now I can use my Lightcraft. And here comes the Spice, because I basically had the win, but I misplayed. So I went with the Dyson Sphere. I used the Condolence Puppet to make it undestructible. And now he cannot do anything. Cyber Dragon cannot do anything, because he can only pop cards, but this cannot be destroyed by card effect and cannot be attacked. So I basically won at this point. I stopped actually dealing the first 2800 damage, but here comes the problem. I don't know why put my toggle off, and when he attacked, he used the effect, but he couldn't pop it, right? So he just went having the Cybernetic Overflow right there. Then he's got the evolution, double evolution to make the Nova. Nova is gonna be able to summon a Cyber Dragon from the graveyard. At this point he can only attack, and I was toggled off. I could have just negated the attack, but I was so dumb. So he can just attack. I saved myself because I had a couple of I could actually triple Kydroid, and now look at that. I even had a chance because I drew into advanced draw. I have another Lightcraft in my deck, so I used the advanced draw to draw into it. I actually get it, but the problem is that he's got the overflow right there just to pop it. Before I used the Condolence Puppet from my grave. So of course I use it, he chained, and I'm done. So it was just my misplay right here too, because I put the toggle off, but of course I had the win right here. So guys, that was all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed the strange and original idea I came up with. So of course, if you have some requests, some questions, feel free to ask me whatever you want in the comment section down below. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, see you in the next one.